Hello, 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 and welcome back to Creative Melody. I'm Anthony Frazer, and this is
Marlene Marvelous.
And do we have a video for you?
But before we do,
be sure to go ahead and smash that like button, and also if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please go ahead and do so now. If you'd like to follow us on social media, our links are down below in the description box, along with my handle to my Vivo channel where you can check out all of my music videos. Head on over there, like, comment, and subscribe, and then head back over here.
Well, you can also like, comment, subscribe on our own personal YouTube channel, which are going to be right here and right here. So if you guys want to take these handles, put that in the search box, go like, comment, and subscribe on his account, my account, and then right back to here, because we love you guys and we appreciate you. We love making content for you.
Yes, we do. And in this video, we're about to dive into Miss Britney Spears and Will.I.Am. This is going to be their single for Scream and Shout. So here we go.
Until I feel the vibrations, I wanna give you vibrations.
Bring the action.
When you turn the shit up, you gotta turn the shit up. Us. All eyes on us. Now they watching us. Everybody in the club. All eyes on us.
All out and scream. Oh, we are, we are, we are. I wanna scream and shout and let it out.
Come on down, down, rock.
Oh yeah.
Bring
On the bottom we let it go. Let the beat, now let's hit the flow. Drink it, hey, yo, rock it out. And the house, half, down, 'cause everywhere that we go, we
bring
You gotta turn the shit up. All eyes on us.
see them girls in the club. They looking at us.
Everyone us. All eyes on.
And scream and shout, yo, we know. We saying up and scream and shout and let it out. We say,
down, down, rockin' with.
oh yeah. It gon' be a new party together. 'Cause I was feeling down, down. And on and on and on. I wish this night was all out and scream. Oh, we are, we are, we are. I wanna scream and shout, let it out. We say, oh, we are, we are, we are. And scream and shout, oh, we are, we are.
Okay, so there's something about the song that I want to talk about that I absolutely love. Absolutely love. It is the end where we get everything. Everything just finally rises and bubbles to the surface, and we get like an amalgamation of all the previous like choruses that we get, right? Everything happens, right? We get the build up from the first part of the chorus into the oh we oh we oh we oh oh we oh we oh we oh, and then we even get the build up after that, the dun 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 dun, oh yeah. That's all kind of like built up in the background, and then we get this whirl. There's a whirl that's deep inside that kind of just like, right, brings it up, like it's surfacing, like you're finally gonna to reach the climax, right? The song, I'm gonna be real honest, the song is very monotone. Okay, it is very monotone across the board.
Yeah.
It is like, how do we make this into a club banger smash hit, right? That is how you do it. And the fact that it kind of leaves you with this like, and it just leaves you there, like, and the ending is the Britney bitch, right? It's like we've climaxed all the way to this point where this is our final resolution. And what I love about songs like this, when songs do this, when you know, music does this, because Addison Rae has done some of this in her music, I feel like it doesn't necessarily help it. But to each their own, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But in this sense, I feel like it does help it because this song is so monotone, right? We're kind of going nowhere with the vocals. You know, there's just this contrast between Will and Britney that their vocals are completely different. Not only is Will hitting it with a more narrow, like regular US accent, right? He's coming at it with like a very modern day accent.
Yeah.
But Britney is then approaching it with a more British accent. Obviously, you could tell it's an accent.
I love my dog. Not very good.
But it's a more British accent. And I feel like there's this like stark contrast between the two. Obviously, male and female vocals. But also the fact that we're hearing English and British, English and British, English, or you could say English, you know what I'm saying? But we have this like US, Britain kind of like parallel that's happening where we're still getting the same concept, but we're hearing it in different ways. It's kind of like you're formatting the it's kind of like if you were to sing the song differently, you know what I'm saying? Either more attitude, more pop forward, more R&B focused, more jazzy. Like you would hear those distinctions, and that's what you're hearing is that stark distinction between the two vocals. Now, the other thing that's really weird is that Britney then starts to give you her like falsetto-esque Britney vocals, right? The and that in the back with Will being so bassy in the vocals, I feel like they complement each other so well. Now, this is a song where it worked, right? And a lot of other people are like, well, why didn't it work for the other songs that they did together? Well, that's public perception, right? I don't think that Big Fat Bass is a bad song, but I don't also think it's a number one hit. You know what I'm saying?
She's not so...
It's like this is it's an art form to kind of really understand dialect and how somebody's going to perceive the vocals, right? It's like kind of like going in and being a scientist on this, like really trying to figure out what's going to work, right? If this math works for this, you know, end result, will this same math repeated in a different way work for this end result, right? And obviously I feel like it lends to not only the beats, but it also lends to the vocal duality between the two and how they're different and not competing. They're different and they're complementing, right? It's kind of like if you have your melody and your harmony, they complement each other, right? If you go in and you're singing your melody is one thing and then all of a sudden your harmony is like crazy out of this world and it's like doesn't sound like it belongs there, Christina, well then it's not gonna work, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to make sense. Just because you're that type of artist doesn't mean that you don't have to shapeshift into these different worlds of music. And I feel like that's what Britney has really been able to do throughout her music. She's been able to provide us something that is fully authentic as Britney, but she's been able to shapeshift herself and her vocals to fit these different genres, these different moods, these different vibes, because Blackout is completely different from Baby One More Time. And Glory is completely different from pretty much any other project that she's done. You know, you can say that it kind of samples back to some of her older songs, which is true, but I feel like Britney kind of went full force in her voice with that, where she was a little bit more like, I want to play with my high falsettos. I want to play with my deeper tonalities. I want to play with my full chest voice instead of this baby voice. She was able to kind of give us this complexity of herself, of who she is as an artist that we really didn't get to see on the previous albums. And again, we see that in this song. This was only in 2012 that they recorded it, 2013 when it came out. And it's like you can really hear the musicality of Britney Spears working so well, right? And that's why I think that she's had the staying power that she's had. I think that's why this song worked out of the other two that they came out with. We will touch base on the other two, which we already did one, which was Big Fat Bass.
Yes.
But we will also get on to Mind Your Business pretty soon. And the remix for this. But I want to go ahead and give this song a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this song. How about you?
I mean, I'm going to give it a 10. I do love the production on this song. I think that that's basically the big selling point on this song is the production. I think it's a really great produced song. Now, lyrically, yes, it's not anything special, you know. I mean, I don't think that there really was anything like clever that was really said. But I mean, it's still fun, you know what I mean? It'd be a fun like song to hear at the like at a party at a club, you know. I maybe it's just also I just grew up listening to Will.I.Am, so I've heard him so much, but I'm also just like it's fun to like I find Britney a little bit more entertaining on this song just because you hear the song and she just is singing in a British accent for some reason. Like no one asked for that, but like, hey, like just go off, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just fun. It's just a fun song. It's not the most like complex song out there, but it's just a fun song to hear. Like, you know, like you just can't help but like want to dance and want to party, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a good feel good song, you know?
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. And I also think we should touch base for a second on the other writer that was originally supposed to be on the song, Tulisa.
Who?
So obviously she has made claims and also has taken Will.I.Am to court and Britney for saying that Will stole the song and gave it to Britney instead of giving it to her to be able to sing. And as an independent artist, I don't agree with those tactics. I don't agree with approaching something like that. If you're the artist behind the song, I really feel like you should know where your song is going, or at least have the hearsay to be able to say whether you wanted to keep the song or give it away. So I don't agree with that. I do want to bring that up though, because as an independent artist, I would be pissed if that happened to my music and I would be screaming it from the rooftops, right?
Period, bitch. Period.
Well, technically it did.
Well, yes. But I wasn't going to touch base on those people.
We don't have to, but
they know who they are.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it does also, being somebody who's gone through this, right? I do understand where certain songs would not have suited me well. This song, I don't know, because those songs were so specific. So the ones that I wrote, right, were so specific to those artists, really trying to pull in like their characteristic and stuff like that. I just didn't get my writing credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the credit that I deserved when it was supposed to happen. And I didn't get the money that I was deserved when it was supposed to happen. But that being said, you know, I appreciate that she finally did get some money out of this. I appreciate that she does get to sing the song live while she's performing it, and then not just as a cover, but as herself. I do also want to say this, though. I don't think it would have done as well for the song Scream and Shout had she have been on it. Because I hear her version, I see her version, but I just don't think it would have translated as well. There's some songs that I have that I am absolutely in love with. I wrote them. I am so happy that I wrote them. But I know if I gave these songs to specific artists that they would fucking soar, okay? Like my song that I wrote for
Junior.
Junior. Waves? Well, yeah, but I didn't put I'm talking about like my own catalog.
Okay.
So,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, Waves is one of the songs where like I knew that it was supposed to go to Junior because it was more so written for. It wasn't necessarily written for him, but written with him in mind while I was writing it, and so
Yeah.
I knew that it wasn't for me. But I'm talking about like the song that I did, my song Heartbreak. I wrote that with this like Tony Braxton early 90s vibe in mind. And I could see Tony Braxton singing it. I could see Mariah Carey singing it. And both of them would do so well with the song. I have songs where I'm like, okay, if Justin Timberlake sang this, this would do very well for him. I have songs where I'm like, if Chris Brown sang this, this would do very well for him. I have songs that I'm like, if Britney Spears sang this, this would do very well for her. But me as an independent artist, I'm not going to be seen in this light, in this pea-sized hole inside of a huge tank, you know what I'm saying? So I understand where independent artists are coming from. I do think that they should be 100% in the decision making of where their songs go. If they want to keep them, they can keep them. If they want to eventually let them go, let them go. But I think that they should be 100% involved. I think they should get 100% of the credit that they deserve for each of their songs, whether they're writing, composing, coming up with the beat, mix and mastering, whatever it is, they should get their fair share and their portion of it. I don't think that these big time artists and these labels should continue to shit on these independent artists, because independent artists are what make your artist who they are. Truthfully, at the end of the day, that is just how the fuck it is. And if you look at these artists and these people that are in the studios with the same, you know, engineers and the same producers and stuff like that, they're kind of in this little box. Timberland is never going to make something that sounds different. It always sounds like Timberland, you know what I'm saying? You go to Timberland for a Timberland-esque beat. You go to, who else? Bruno Mars for a Bruno Mars-esque song. You go to Adele for an Adele-esque song. You don't go to Adele saying,
"Can you provide me a Miley Cyrus bangers moment?"
like, girl, that's not going to happen. She's going to say, what? Great album, but no.
Well,
like,
she has a British accent, so.
Anyway, it's not going to work, right? You need somebody who's a bit more complex. You need people who are fresh, who are new, to bring in these ideas that aren't being taken into consideration, right?
Yeah.
So I say all that to say, independent artists, get your coin. Don't sit here and not look at the contracts. Don't sit here and let somebody take advantage of you. If somebody is taking advantage of you, take their ass to courts. Know your rights. This is your music. This is your livelihood. Understand where it's going, and also play it smart. If you know that a song is going to do well with an artist and you are going to be able to make some decent coin off of it, go ahead and sell that song, girl. You can always write another one, right? You can always still cover that song later. You just have to make sure that that is within the contract of what you're doing. And covers, honestly, are a dime a dozen right now. Everybody's doing covers. And yeah, that is what I have to say on that. Give the song a 10. You give the song a 10. That is it for this video. We will see you in the next one. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button for all future videos, and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye!
Until I feel the vibrations.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. Be sure to keep watching. There's plenty more videos to go through. Plenty more.
Go check it out right now.